Hello, everyone. My name is Dawn, and welcome to the Soulful Voices Circle Daily Oracle Card Reading. I hope you are having a great day so far. Today, we are going to work with the Oracle, the Enchanted Map deck by Colette Baron Reed. Many of you may be familiar with this deck by now. This is the deck. I am going in a minute to just do a little 1 minute meditation like we always do to kind of invoke protection and to invite the angels and guides to come in to assist us with this reading today. Today I think it will be a general question that we ask. Just let's ask the Enchanted Map Oracle what we need to know today. Very simple. What message do they have to offer us today? And all of this always is to be in alignment with our highest good. So with that, if you would close your eyes, breathe in deeply, breathe out. Do that a couple more times and just listen to your breath. And I ask the divine light to surround us with the golden light of protection. I ask for our angels and guides to join us in this reading. I ask that they shield us from all lower or negative energies that may try to enter into this reading or attach to this reading in some way. I thank them for providing us with the divine guidance that we need to hear today in this moment now. With that, I'm going to open my eyes and begin to shuffle the deck. So when I say in this moment now, anytime you go back to this message, if you've seen it before or if you're seeing it for the first time, even if it's not today, that's okay. There's still an important message in there that you need to know. So these messages are timeless. While it may be that the readings may be more relevant in the moment in which, the precise moment in which they're being read, because they're being read at a particular time. Time is a construct. So it is whatever time you come to listen to this that you will find an important and relevant message for you. Okay, so with that, let's get started. And we will shuffle. I am excited to hear what they have to say to us today. It's been a few days since we worked with this deck, and I'm sure that there are plenty of things that we need to know and understand. Okay, closing my eyes. I'm feeling the energy of the deck, as I always do, for that message. Here we go. It is rock bottom in reverse. Rock bottom. Okay. It's number 10 in the Enchanted Map deck, excuse me. Number 10. So, the essential meaning of this card is surrender and acceptance are the keys to freedom. In the reverse position, it will have a different message than it does in the upright position, or it will be reinforcing something maybe on a little bit deeper level maybe than the upright position. So, the reverse card. This card is the symbol for addiction in all forms, subtle or obvious. Doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results will never provide you with what you desire. At this moment, there is nowhere else to go, and you're facing the end of the road. If you fear change, be willing to change. Surrender your wants to a higher power. Ask for truth and allow humility to be your guiding force from within. You will always get what you need. You are only a victim of your perceptions. Take heart because you can't sink any further. The only way to go from here is up, and wondrous things await you. Okay, so I know that people hearing this might feel, "Oh my gosh, what do you mean the only way to go is up? Is it really that bad?" Or I don't feel like I'm in a bad place right now. Maybe some of you are saying that. You're like, this card isn't relevant to me. But think about it. What are the behaviors that you can identify within yourself that you may keep repeating? It may not be that you are addicted to drugs or alcohol or sex or shopping or gambling or any other addiction you may have. Maybe your addiction is to another person. Maybe your addiction is to a relationship. Um, Maybe your addiction is to obsessing on certain aspects of yourself. Maybe you're having a hard time doing that. You're breaking away from certain obsessive and compulsive thinking, right? So, what is you're being called at this time to think about is what are the things you can do now to change the way that you're thinking? Are there activities you can engage in which will pull you out of the obsessive behavior and allow you to focus on something that is more beneficial to you? And it is very difficult for us to step out of our little compulsions or the rigidity that we may have in our lives. The addiction could even just be sticking so tight to a schedule that, or something going on that you have zero flexibility. The times of now, the now, is letting us know that we don't have room for inflexibility to change. We need to change. We all need to change. And that's what this rock bottom is. It means that things around us, in our society, in our institutions, there are so many things that are not working right now. And we are having a very hard time pulling away from them. We're holding on closely to these behaviors. So in that sense, it's an addiction, right? We're addicted to the way that we live. We're addicted to immediate gratification. We're addicted to technology, right? We constantly want to be on our phones and, have them in our hands, and God forbid we miss a phone call, right? Maybe that's what you need to stop doing. Maybe you need to pull away from the technology. Perhaps you're not sleeping well anymore because you are so addicted to the technology that you cannot put your phone down or your laptop down or whatever device it is that you're using. If you are waking up extremely tired because you are not stepping away at an appropriate time, or it's the first thing you do in the morning, like maybe you don't even get out of bed and the first thing you're doing is picking up your phone, right? Or turning on the TV. Um, we all do this, I'm sure, at some point in our lives. I'm not even innocent of this type of behavior. But we can try to change that because those types of behaviors may be causing us illness or exhaustion, lack of focus, right? Maybe there are things that we could be doing that are more productive for ourselves if we didn't spend so much time focused on this thing. So it's not just technology. There are many, many things that we can be addicted to in life. People have food addictions, right? So it's vast. So look at your situation. It doesn't matter how small or big it is, right? If it's small, it's still something that you're being called to change, right? It doesn't, just because you may have a smaller, what you would consider a smaller problem than, maybe somebody who has a extreme serious addiction, it doesn't mean that you're better than they are, that your problem is less important than theirs and that it doesn't need attention. We all have things that we need to change. So that is what the rock bottom card is here to saying to us. And it's saying that, if you don't change, if you just keep doing the same thing over and over again, that you're going to get the same result over and again. So if you keep looking at technology 24/7, never putting your phone down, always checking your text messages, always checking your emails, where you can't think, you can't rest, if you don't change that behavior, you're still going to be tired. You're still going to be overwhelmed and stressed and frustrated, right? If you continue to drink or to take drugs, you're going to continue to fall into the traps that using those substances does to you. Like, what are the traps you fall into when doing that? How is that affecting you? And unless you change behaviors, regardless the addiction, you will continue to go in the same circle, no progress. If anything, you will maybe continue to spiral down versus upward. So think about that. So that's what we're being called on to do here. Let's see if I missed anything here. If you fear change, be willing to change. Surrender your wants to a higher power. Ask for truth and allow humility to be your guiding force from within. You will always get what you need. You will. You are only a victim of your perception. So what this is saying is that even if you're afraid to give this up, do it anyway. Be willing to do it. Be willing to receive the resources that can come to you once you set that intention. So if you say, I've been gambling, I'm losing a lot of money, I really and truly in my heart want to stop this behavior, whatever behavior, I'm just saying gambling. If you say, I surrender this to the divine, I ask for the guidance of my angels, I ask for the guidance of my guides, I ask for the guidance of wisdom of the people around me who have been down this road before. And if you ask for that and you surrender your hold to and try to get rid of that attachment to this thing that you feel you need to do, the resources that you need will come to you. All of a sudden, you'll bump into somebody who is going to AA or Gamblers Anonymous, right? Or you'll bump into a friend who, tells you how well they've been sleeping since they stopped looking at television by 9 or 10 o'clock at night, or whatever their bedtime is, and that they've now been sleeping 8 or 9 hours a night instead of 4 or 5 hours a night, right? All these different things, they're all different examples we can use, right? So all of the universe works that way. When you put out the intention of what it is that you'd like to attract, and it is an honest and pure intention, you will have things come to you in the form of signs and symbols, opportunities. You just have to be willing to surrender that. You have to be willing to see the resources around you. And you have to be willing to take that leap of faith. Again, we go back to the card we pulled, on Sunday as we were stepping into this week and closing off the next week, which is that this is a week where you are going to need to have faith. And in order to be able to overcome some of these addictions that we may have in our lives, we have to have faith that we will have the strength in ourselves, that we will have the guidance provided to us, right? Because we've opened ourselves up to this healing, and that we will be loved and protected throughout the journey through the divine. All we need to do is say, Divine light, creator, universe, angels and guides, I ask for your help today. I ask you to help me walk this path. I ask you to show me what steps I need to take. I know that I can't just say do it and it'll be done in terms of me healing, but I'm willing to do the work if you're willing to show me how to do it. If you're willing to lead me down that path. And so let us learn to surrender those things that we can identify within ourselves that need healing, so that we can make the change in order to be able to move forward in our lives in a peaceful and joyful way, and to move forward in our society in a peaceful, joyous, and loving way. So, this is a very powerful message. I don't think we need to go further in terms of elaborating what else it is that you need to do. I think that the first step is to identify what it is in you that you feel may be something that needs to change. Because if you don't change it, you can see that you're just going to keep going round and round in the same vicious cycle. And then once you identify that, make the decision to surrender it with the mere words of, I surrender this to the higher powers, the invisible realms, the magical realms that are here to walk me on this journey. And then with that, send gratitude and love out to these forces as you welcome them into your life as your partners and your co-creators in the co-creation of the life that you live here. So I'm sending you so much love today. I am hoping that many of you will take the time to identify those behaviors that you feel you want to heal. You can start very small and work your way up. And I look forward to hearing from you as to what choices you've made down the road and how you have been able to affect the changes in your life that you need to make. Again, I love you, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye-bye now.